Episode 14. Squats Interrupted. Welcome to Necromunda, the frontier. I am Wally the Servo Skull and I will be your narrator. This is the first game of the fourth cycle of this campaign. The concerning appearance of Purestreen Genestealers during downtime has not dulled the running conflict between the squat gang, the Cage and David's Nomads. The Nomads once again hope to steal a caravan out from under the squats, after their previous success ambushing during a mechanical breakdown. They set a blockade and prepare to strike. This battle takes place along the rough trail to Sneering Fort known as Vargan's Pass. The squats are not expecting trouble on such a desolate trip. The mission: Ash Road Ambush, Battlefield, 6x 3 feet board. A road runs up the center of the battlefield. The attacker sets up a roadblock along the center of the battlefield. Across the road include barricades and defensible positions. Crews. As both gangs are very close in points, both take full crews for a full slugfest. Deployment: the attacker places their fighters anywhere within 6 inches of the battlefield center. The defender places theirs within 3 inches of what will become the trailing edge. Tactics cards. Each gang gets 2 rolling roads. The game starts as a standard battle. At the start of each round, if any model from the defender's gang is closer to the leading edge than the trailing edge, it becomes a rolling roads battle with open sides. If the battle reaches the start of turn 6 and has not yet become a rolling roads battle, the game ends. Ending the battle ends 4 rounds after the battle becomes a rolling roads scenario, or if either gang has no models left on the battlefield at the end of any round. Victory. If only one gang has models on the battlefield at the end of a turn, they are victorious. If the defender survives to the end of the 4th round of rolling roads, they are victorious. If the battle does not become a rolling roads battle, the attacker wins. Any other result is a draw. In the result of a draw, the defender receives the contested caravan contract. Rewards. Each gang receives D6 10 credits. The defender receives D6 10 credits and D6 salvage for each vehicle that is mobile at the end of the game. The attacker receives D6 10 and D6 salvage for each enemy vehicle wrecked. Caravan. Fallen House, currently held by the Cage. Weather. Blinding rays. After activating, each model must test as if hit by a weapon with the flash tray. Road conditions. Broken ground. Areas outside of roadways are difficult terrain. Rolling road. Each turn in the end phase, before placing reinforcements, everything on the battlefield is moved back 8 inches toward the trailing edge. Anything that falls off the board is removed. Seriously injured models roll to see if they succumb. Models with movement 7 inches or more can attempt to rejoin. Stationary installed cannot rejoin this turn. To attempt to rejoin, models roll an intelligence test. If they pass, they are placed into reserves and come in this end phase. If they cannot rejoin, they may attempt next turn. If battlefield is open sides, they can be placed within 3 inches of the sides as well as the trailing edge. Add D3-1 terrain within 8 inches of the leading edge. The gangs. David's gang, Ash Wastes Nomads. The leader has a long rifle, blast carbine, mono hook, infra sight, mesh armor, ash cloak, and sky mantle. One of the champions has a charge caster, blast pistol, suspensor, mesh armor, ash cloak, and sky mantle. The other champion has a scavenged autogun, charge caster, suspensor, mesh armor, ash cloak, and sky mantle. 2 dust riders have a frag grenade, long rifle, chain lance, mesh armor, dustback dust rider, ash cloak, and sky mantle. The other dust rider has a web gun, chain lance, armored undersuit, mesh armor, dustback dust rider, ash cloak, and sky mantle. 2 dust runners have a blast rifle, ash cloak, and sky mantle. 3 dust runners have a long rifle, scavenged autogun, rocket pack, ash cloak, and sky mantle.
So, ambush mission?
Ambush mission. I thought I was ambushing him, but he's ambushing me.
What do you mean? You're ambushing him. You literally put a barricade across the road to, like, stop him.
Ambushing him, that's right. This is, I don't know.
You feel challenged by this scenario?
Yeah.
You know, you're on a hot streak.
A hot streak of technical wins.
You have
a hot streak of dead,
single-handedly caught
dead
up.
gangers.
You've single-handedly caught up to Sean in the last 3 games.
You have the same credit count basically. There's no more advantage. Yeah, if it wasn't for your card, you would have no advantage. That's one of your strategy cards.
Okay.
Tactical cards.
Well, I'm coming for you. I don't feel very confident this round, but I'm coming for you.
David plays the tactics card Ambush Masters, allowing him to take D3 additional dust runners. He rolls 3. The Cage, Ironhead squats. The leader Memphis Reigns has a power hammer, Ironhead autogun, Ironhead autopistol, gem extractor, respirator, photo goggles, and carapace armor light. The champion Johnny Blaze has a frag grenade, Ironhead bolt pistol, stone burner, armored undersuit, photo goggles, carapace armor, light, and Waster's dirt bike. The specialist Cameron Poe has a frag grenade, Ironhead bolt gun, respirator, photo goggles, and mesh armor. The ganger Antonio Corelli has a frag grenade, power axe, Ironhead autogun, Ironhead autopistol, respirator, photo goggles, mesh armor, and bionic leg. The prospector Benjamin Franklin Gates has a fighting knife, frag greened, Ironhead stub gun, dum-dum ammo, respirator, photo goggles, and mesh armor. The rock grinder truck has a squat gearhead crew, mining laser, and nitro burner. The wolf quad smoke has a squat gearhead crew, Ironhead autogun, and wheel scythes. The wolf quad rev has a squat gearhead crew, bolt gun, nitro burner, and wheel scythes.
All right, so you got a little bit of a...
Yeah, there's an old saying, you know, when you have a hammer, everything starts to look like a nail. This looks like an anvil, and we're gonna see which one breaks first.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's got numbers.
He's got numbers, and he's masked up right where I need to get through. So, yeah, again, a unstoppable force is gonna meet an immovable object, and something's gonna give. I pretty close on the dollar count. See where the dice lay.
I think this is your first time having all 3 vehicles on the board at once. Because they kept getting...
4 if you include the bike, yeah. I think I may have gotten one more time in there. I think our road race maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
But yeah, this is the first time I'll have it definitely in a truly... I mean, it's hard to call this defense.
Yeah.
Again, it's like you set up and I have to break the blockade. I have to burst the bunker. Like,
yeah.
Game set. Let's go.
All right.
It feels like I'm defending.
Deployment. Turn 1. Nomads win priority. David activates his leader, champion, and prospect. The Dust Rider targets the squat rock grinder with his long rifle.
So it hits. It does not wound, it just planks right off.
The leader targets a squat wolf quad with his long rifle.
So it misses.
Sean moves up the rock grinder and targets the nomad prospect with a web gun.
3 up to hit. Hits with an ammo check.
Goes out of ammo.
6.
So it does wound. Then he cut through like rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
And he goes out of action.
The Dust Rider is out cold. One of the nearby Dust Runners fails his cool check and breaks. David plays the tactics card Mind, which causes the rock grinder to take a loss of control test.
Makes it. Blew the tactics card and got nothing for it.
The Dust Rider moves up to hide in some ruins. Sean Group activates the fighters on top of his truck. The bolt gun specialist Cameron Poe targets the Dust Rider. Due to intervening models, if he misses, he may hit his own team.
Misses.
So you do miss.
With 3
All
of
right,
them.
and it's for 3 shots. So each shot you'll roll
Yeah.
for each guy.
All
So
right.
for the first one,
Leader.
Come on, kill him.
So 1 hits.
1 hits him, yep. And the other 2, You'll roll for the other guy. And neither one hits him.
Okay.
You do make the save, but you all do become prone.
Memphis Reigns targets the Dust Rider with his autogun.
It is a miss.
Antonio Corelli targets the Dust Runner with his autogun.
He goes out of ammo.
The dice gods are smiling on me.
David Group activates. He moves up a Dust Runner and targets the truck.
Alright, go ahead.
Miss.
Miss.
Plink.
David moves his champion to the cover of a window and targets the Rock Grinder.
Hits.
Sean moves up the Wolf Quad, hitting the Dust Rider with his wheel sides.
A 4-up, I mean, sorry. So you will cause a wound. So a flesh wound. Now David, take an initiative check. You're good.
A Dust Runner takes an aimed shot at the Rock Grinder.
So wait. And one of these times it's gonna work.
Eventually.
The other Wolf Quad moves up and takes a shot at the Dust Runner in the open.
So it misses.
The Nomad Dust Runner returns fire with the blast rifle.
So it will auto wound. And you make it.
Sean moves John Blaze into cover. David moves up a Dust Runner and targets the Wolf Quad.
Hits.
Wait, which one?
4-up.
The wolf quad?
So it will wound. Damn.
Save.
Another Dust Runner targets the Rock Grinder.
And it auto wounds. 4-up.
Wow.
It goes out of ammo.
Ah!
Make it.
Come on!
Davey, you just gotta keep going.
The final Dust Runner on the building targets the Rock Grinder.
Just hitting your own guy. And you miss. All right, roll a 50-50. So on a 4-up, you hit him. You don't.
Another Dust Runner targets the Wolf Quad.
Auto wounds. You make it.
The broken Dust Rider flees into the building. The Dust Runner recovers from breaking.
So, not feeling the greatest. You know, my boys just kind of whiffed on the offense side, but, you know, took out one of 3 bugs and, gosh, a lot of bullets. We're going to see
The
how
amount
long
of
we
armor
can-
saves that your vehicle's made. If you keep rolling like that, you'll be unstoppable.
Yeah. I mean, I got to get to a point
Well,
here.
till the crack missiles start hitting you.
Till the Kraken will start hitting. I don't think it's a really big secret at this point. I gotta get to a point where my boys can get into the middle of the fray and get off of the liability that is the rock grinder, and then just start murking these guys. Because, yeah, once I'm in range,
Your squads are gonna pummel them like little ants.
Yeah, again.
anvil and hammer. Let's go.
David's like, yeah, but I got bodies. So, yeah.
I can say for sure that my deployment strategy was piss poor. In hindsight, should have deployed everybody behind the wall and popped shots for longer. But here we are. We're in the fray already. Down a bug, down a chain lance. Doesn't feel good, but it's not over. He can't keep rolling 6s on.
It's far from over.
Some of these shots are gonna start hitting, but yeah, no, it looks like it's in his favor at the moment.
Well, we'll see.
Feels that way anyway.
Squad blind checks.
The truck
Yeah.
failed and the bolter failed. Everyone else passed.
Nomad blind checks.
So he cannot activate this guy. Cannot activate this guy. Cannot activate this guy. Cannot activate this guy. He's good. This guy. Cannot activate this guy.
Nope.
Cannot activate your leader. Cannot activate the guy behind the line here.
Fuck, stop fucking
Cannot activate
Jesus.
the other charge caster guy.
This will be a quick round.
Oh my god,
only have one guy.
What the hell was that? No,
Two.
you have
Two.
You have the guy
you have
undercover.
2 guys under here and 1 guy under there, and then this guy
This
passed.
guy, yeah. You have 4 guys that can go.
Yourself.
4, and I have like 4.
This guy can't
Where's
activate.
that? Is that
This guy.
I just
this
rolled
guy,
like 7
this
twos
guy,
in a row.
All right.
This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and that guy all can't activate.
Turn 2. Squats win priority. Sean moves up Johnny Blaze and targets the Dust Rider under the building.
So it hits for
Yep.
2.
Yep.
So
One will wound. Back Hell Knight gets behind the.
Miss.
No, it will not. All right, so that does 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
So you do 2 injury dice. And he goes out of action.
Oh, 1.
So it goes
Ooh,
out
the good
cold.
one.
David Group activates his champion and Dust Runner. The charge caster champion targets the Rock Grinder.
It'll hit. Does not wound.
The Dust Runner moves up and targets Johnny Blaze.
Nope.
Will miss.
Sean moves up his Wolf Quad to target the Dust Runner, hitting both the Dust Rider and Dust Runner with wheel scythes. Neither Nomad is hurt by the wheel scythe.
Me, it is rapid fire 1.
Yep.
It does hit.
Will
for
hit.
2. 2, 3 up. Both hit.
Both wound.
He did.
He goes out of action.
David's Dust Runner targets the Wolf Quad.
It will hit. It will not wound.
Sean moves up his Wolf Quad and targets the Dust Rider.
Womp.
Memphis Reigns targets the Dust Rider.
2 of them wound for 1 each.
Make them both.
God damn. That's 1.
It's a 5. He makes it.
4 up. Ammo check. Missed it.
Memphis Reigns successfully reloads with his second action.
So, yeah.
So I feel like I had a bit of a grace round there in terms of the glare. Didn't really have to roll too hard or made it through my rolls. Wasn't able to move my, big guy through, but I was still able to, cap some heads. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Need to kind of get on in there this round, but he's an automatic go. So, yeah, I'm really hoping for, but then again, he doesn't really get any disadvantage rolls there in terms of the initiative. I'm just hoping to get on in there.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah.
But I think you're winning the attrition game right now. In that he's not really hurting you, and you are hurting him gradually.
The advantage of
very gradually
having my boys, but now we gotta close the distance.
Yep. Round 2.
He has
Quick
to close
round.
the distance. That didn't go so well, but man, we got to start landing some shots on that tank. If we can stop it where it is this round, I'm still in this.
Yep.
Then he's the one stuck out in the open.
Yeah, and if he doesn't cross the center line, then I think by like turn 5 or 6 the game ends.
Yeah. I think right now I feel very trapped in here with you. But take a vehicle or 2 off the board, and you're trapped in here with me.
Just fuck him up and squeeze him out.
I mean, if you can get him to break before
I'm not gonna bottle. Down 2, 14. And the guy that was that broke before, he doesn't count anymore. Like, he's back in it.
Antonio Corelli and Johnny Blaze are blinded. Turn 3.
Here are you all doing. All right, so Sean will get to go first.
Squats win priority. Sean gets aggressive with the Rock Grinder, going full throttle up the middle. David's Dust Rider pounces at the opportunity. None of the attacks wound, Sean targets the Dust Rider with his Wolf Quad.
And it misses.
The Wheel Scythe also hits the Dust Rider.
So it will wound. David, make a 5-up save.
The Nomad Champion in the building targets the Rock Grinder.
And it
Finally
hits. Alright, so it's a pen to the engine.
Vehicle damage. Penetrating hit to the engine. Loss of power. The vehicle loses 1 hull point, and for the remainder of this battle it cannot move further than its movement characteristic during its activation. Additionally, it immediately makes a loss of control test.
We're going to lose control. Alright, so it's going to be 45 degrees to the left.
The truck plows into the Wolf Quad and the Nomads, who makes an initiative check to get out of the way.
Initiative check. Makes it, so you get out of the way. On a 3-up. So it will not wound, and then strength 5 on the truck. It will not wound.
The squad Benjamin Franklin Gates turns to target the Dust Rider.
It hits.
And it does not. Roll initiative. And he will go down. So you will take a wound from it. Do your armor save. And you will not get the armor save. Serious injury. So down he goes.
The Nomad Champion takes a shot at the Wolf Quad near the blockade using a frag missile. Because the shot has shock, everything hit is wounded.
So that will go to the damage. Pen.
Vehicle damage. Penetrating hit to the drive. Blowout. The vehicle loses 1 hull point, and for the remainder of this battle it suffers a -1 modifier to all handling tests. Additionally, the vehicle immediately makes a loss of control test.
Alright, so it passes. Alright, he's good. He's not so good, and he takes a wound, so... Whoops. He is seriously injured.
Sean plays the tactics card Too Stubborn to Die. Play this gang tactic when damage is inflicted upon a friendly fighter, after injury dice are rolled. Discard 1 injury dice of your choice before applying the effects.
And the injury roll for him. He's out of action. He's out cold.
Antonio Corelli and Cameron Poe both break due to the loss of Benjamin Franklin Gates. Both squats flee the truck. One of the Dust Runners targets the Rock Grinder.
So you will hit 4 up, and it will wound. Nope.
Vehicle damage. Glancing hit to the crew shaken. The vehicle and any fighters on board become subject to the concussion condition, and the vehicle immediately makes a handling check. If this check is failed, it becomes stationary and stalled.
You make it.
A Dust Runner fires its long rifle at the Wolf Quad.
And it will hit. 3 up. It will wound. Nope.
Vehicle damage. Glancing hit to the body. Crew shaken. The vehicle and any fighters on board become subject to the concussion condition, and the vehicle immediately makes a handling check. If this check is failed, it becomes stationary and stalled.
And he becomes stalled.
David stands up a Dust Runner and targets Johnny Blazed.
And
So it
misses.
will miss.
Another Dust Runner moves up and targets Johnny Blazed.
And
And-
it's a miss. Ammo check.
It goes out of ammo, so mark that.
A Dust Runner takes a shot at Memphis Reigns.
It's still
A
missed.
miss. Is it hit?
It's a hit. It will wound. Sean, make a 3-up save.
The Nomad leader charges the Wolf Quad.
So 2 hit. None, okay, neither wound.
Recovery roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
The Nomad Champion, who is exposed, and 2 Dust Runners are blinded. Cameron Poe is blinded. Neither squad recovers from being broken. The Wolf Quad does not become mobile.
yeah.
Yeah, ain't feeling the best, but ain't feeling the worst. Definitely taking my licks, but in a war of attrition, when you have half the guys, every lick counts. So, hoping to reload and take advantage of some grenades and just, push back now that I'm at the line.
Yeah,
Gonna break the
tough
line.
having that truck or having that wolf quad stalled right in front of your
Right in
truck.
front of my truck, yeah. But
Pretty
you know,
inconvenient.
truck might just need to reload and shoot though. Might need to take the turn to take stock of things, and you know,
Yeah, no.
wolf quad behind could make a move. You know, Johnny can make a move. You know, there's plenty of other things that can happen. Time to press the gear.
Yeah, now's the time to get dirty.
Gonna be great.
So, David,
I'm not saying I didn't make some bad decisions, but the dice have been way in his favor. The tides are gonna turn, and it's not over.
it's not over.
But
Yeah, a little bit rough.
the dice have been in his favor.
Turn 4. Squats win priority. The rock grinder takes a reload action.
Good.
3 up ammo.
Hey, he makes it.
Yep.
The rock grinder targets the nomad leader.
And you will miss.
Sean tests to see if he hits the wolf quad. David's champion fires a frag rocket at the wolf quad.
Right, the axe guy's toughness 4. Doesn't win.
Doesn't matter.
It wins on 3 up. Yeah, 3 up. Yep. No AP, so Sean roll a 5 up on the wolf quad. Driver, glance.
Vehicle damage. Glancing hit to the crew. Crew shaken. The vehicle and any fighters on board become subject to the concussion condition, and the vehicle immediately makes a handling check. If this check is failed, it becomes stationary and stalled.
Now,
Ooh, it's
always 7 up or
thing.
just that time?
It's 7 up, 5 up. The will wound. Okay. David, roll an injury dice. Seriously injured. Does not win.
Sean moves up and targets the nearby dust runner.
And it misses.
Stoneburner is a
Same deal, 3 up.
3 up.
And that one will hit. That's 3, so it wounds on a 3 up. It will wound. So he's seriously injured and takes a flesh wound.
A nomad dust runner targets the wolf quad with his long rifle.
And it will hit. It will not wound.
The wolf quad attempts to restart.
It's a 6 up. And it does pass.
Sean hits the barrier with the wolf quad.
So it wounds you on a 2 up. So it will. So it's the one that only has, okay, it's a catastrophic hit to the body.
Vehicle damage. Catastrophic hit to the body. Weapon destroyed. One of the vehicle's weapons, chosen at random, is damaged and cannot be used for the remainder of this battle. In addition, the vehicle loses 1 hull point. If the vehicle has no weapons, it loses 2 hull points instead. The vehicle immediately makes a loss of control test. The vehicle immediately makes a loss of control test. The wolf quad is out of hull points and is wrecked.
40, 42 into recovery. Roll 1d6 for the vehicle damage. 4 loss of power. Its movement characteristic is reduced by 1.
The nomad leader charges the rock grinder.
All 3 hits, so wounding on 6s. So 1 wounds. Roll a 5 up. No. So David, is it damage 2?
Damage 2.
All right, so it becomes 3 damage dice because of the pulverized roll. All right, so it's a glance to the engine.
Vehicle damage. Glancing hit to the engine. Stutter. The vehicle immediately becomes stationary and stalled. The squad leader stands up and shoots at the nomad leader.
Somehow you missed.
So I missed.
One of the dust runners on the building targets Johnny Blazed.
So the first one hits. All right, so it does not wound.
Another dust runner targets Johnny Blazed.
That one
Out of ammo.
hits. Goes out of ammo. Uses on a 4 up. It does wound. And you're good. Issue check. It did the same. Makes it.
The dust runner behind the barrier targets Memphis Reigns. Sean remembers to activate the other wolf quad. The wolf quad targets the dust runner behind the barricade.
So it did. Alright, doesn't win.
Why? Well,
Makes it. The wolf quad that's right in front of you?
That one.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah, we'll quad moved in town.
It'll be partial cover. So it will hit. It wounds on a 4. It will wound. And it will not make it. So David, roll 1 damage in a location dice. Glance to the hull.
Vehicle damage. Glancing hit to the body. Crew shaken. The vehicle and any fighters on board become subject to the concussion condition and the vehicle immediately makes a handling check. If this check is failed, it becomes stationary and stalled. Restart tests. Both the rock grinder and the wolf quad restart. Cameron Poe does not recover from his serious injury and the rock grinder is blinded. Neither broken squat rallies. The seriously injured dust runner does not recover. 1 dust runner is blinded. Turn 5. Nomads win priority. David's leader attacks the wolf quad.
Alright. So 2 hits and 3. So 1 will wound. So pen to the hull.
Vehicle damage. Penetrating hit to the body. Structural damage. The vehicle loses 1 hull point and immediately makes a handling check. If this check is failed, it becomes stationary and stalled.
Experience points. You're good?
No.
The squad leader charges the nomad leader.
So 1 hits.
1 hits. Boom.
Alright, so we'll wound. Nope. Alright, and you kill him.
Very cool. 55.
5.
55. Spinal injury. The fighter goes into recovery. In addition, their strength characteristic is decreased by 1. One of the champions fires a frag missile at the clustered squats.
Wow, I told you you were underestimating him. 3 up. Alright, so it will wound. So you will make your save. So now against the leader, strength 3 against toughness 5, so it doesn't wound, but he is pinned. And now against the truck, wounds on a nope.
Johnny Blaze moves up and throws his frag grenade at the clustered nomads.
Alright.
He hits.
You
By the way, it's a
roll the
frag grenade,
ammo.
so I'm going to roll the ammo to 4 up. Makes
So-
sense.
So that one will wound.
Damage roll.
No armor on him, so just roll an injury roll. Alright, so flesh wound for him and he's pinned. You roll an initiative check to see if he falls, David. He's fine. Alright, so now roll an injury die. Once again, flesh wound. 4 up.
Whatever.
You still make it. Flesh wound again.
I did.
The other champion fires a frag missile.
Alright, so we'll scatter. So it'll go 1 inch that way. So I think it'll still hit everybody. 2:30 in the morning. Alright, so that will wound.
Made it.
Makes it. It does not. And then against the leader, 5, so it and you make it.
Antonio Corelli flees. A dust runner targets the wolf quad.
And it will hit. 3 up. Does not wound.
The wolf quad attempts to restart.
Alright, you do successfully restart. Technically, it becomes a rolling road game.
Yeah.
David targets the wolf quad with the dust runner behind the barricade.
Alright. So it hits. Oh yeah, so that auto wounds. So David, roll a damage dice and a location dice. So it's a pen to the engine.
Vehicle damage. Penetrating hit to the engine. Loss of power. The vehicle loses 1 hull point and for the remainder of this battle it cannot move further than its movement characteristic during its activation. Additionally, it immediately makes a loss of control test.
And you fail the loss of control test. So you're gonna roll. Alright, so it's gonna be 45 degrees to the right.
The remaining dust runners target the wolf quad.
Miss. Ammo check. Makes it.
it.
Next one.
Miss.
Miss. Ammo check. Goes out of ammo.
Due to time, the game is called as a draw.
I don't know what-
Recast
Alright.
lightning in a bottle.
You don't need to.
David, so how do you feel about what happened today?
I feel good. It's fine.
Do you? You feel good?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a whole range of emotions. Was there, wasn't there. I'd like to do it all over again, but
I think
slightly different.
your gang's damage output against vehicles has greatly improved as you up your ballistic
Significantly.
skill and
Accuracy.
yeah,
Worth the investment.
for sure.
Worth the investment.
All right. So yeah, I think that was an interesting one.
I think a draw is a fine outcome.
Respectable.
Yeah, I won't say that I underestimated. I knew that the potential was there. I knew the credits were there, especially this round. As we entered the midway point, it was nice to see the experience points come out, and yeah, the accuracy really improved. Definitely a sticking point. You know, they had the numbers advantage. You know, quality only goes so far when they have twice the number, and they can actually start making contact, whether or not they damage
I
every
think
time.
that the real key thing that they did was shut your truck down so that your truck couldn't tank open the gateway for the other two vehicles. If your truck had broken that wall down, your other two vehicles could have opened up a lead and you could have won.
Yeah, if I had not ran out of the ammo and relied on just bringing my boys up to the front, and then they all reacted to losing my juve, that was a surprise.
Yeah, they really shit the bed.
They're normally pretty cool, and they as soon as they got into the fray, they all shit the bed. My goal was to run into the fray and knock it up, and they ran in, and we learned some things.
Yeah, no,
Dice are dice.
This was a great run.
Yeah.
All right.
But glad it tied.
Text box. The cage earns 60 credits from the scenario and 2 salvage. They earn another 70 credits from their caravans as well as 6 power and 11 salvage. David's gang earns 30 credits from the scenario and 6 salvage. They earn 40 credits from caravans, another 4 salvage, and opt to use the Corpse Guild's ability to re-roll lasting injuries taken during this cycle.
We're gonna get caught out like that again, lads. We barely made it with the cargo.
Yes, brethren. Load the cargo. Guard it well. We have business with Lord Helmar.
Thanks to Carl Casey of White Bat Audio for the music for this episode, and thanks as always to my patrons. You guys make this entire show possible. Thanks as always. And of course, you too can help support the show for as little as $2 a month. Just hop on over to patreon.com/domerunners. And of course, the show has a podcast. There's a new episode up that I put up last week, so check that out. And of course, as always, everybody out there, stay safe and don't forget to change. You pay more.